Hey guys, happy Friday. I hope you all had a nice, happy Thanksgiving. Today's video, we'll be talking about latest updates with macro scale updates, what this means for Ethereum, as well as going through deep dive technical analysis of BitMine immersion technology, BMNR stock. Now, if you're new to this channel or you're one of the existing believers of this channel, I really appreciate you all supporting. I just got back from Vietnam and Korea, so thanks guys for waiting for me. I'm back. Let's get started, guys. Let's take a look at this post. Well, Insider posts odds of three rate cuts in 2025 hit new all-time high of 86% per traders. What does this mean? We had such uncertainty going on just with the last several weeks. I mean, beginning of October through November, we had a lot of uncertainty. In fact, S&P 500 ended in the green this month. However, we haven't really seen crypto bounce back yet after that huge volatility that we've seen with Bitcoin, Ethereum, even with BMNR. But what does this mean? Anticipation of a rate cut coming up in December. This is going to draw more investments, money buying into crypto stocks just with quantitative easing coming along the way with an additional rate cut, whether that's going to be, 0.25 or 0.5%. You see here the odds jumping up in less than a week. This means that the market should recover and we will be having quantitative easing happening very soon. Tom Lee actually posted our base case remains a S&P 500 year-end rally to 7,000, 7,350. So is Santa Claus going to give us what we really want to see? We anticipated October, November to be very bullish for crypto. In fact, it's been in reverse. So now that we're at the last month in December, because we had such down months so far in Q4, I'm thinking we're going to see a nice reversal to the upside. We're beginning to see that as well heading into the rest of Q4 2025 December. Mr. Crypto posts about Ethereum. Supply on exchanges falling fast. Bullish for Ethereum. What does this mean? I mean, look at this on the exchange reserve. The amount of Ethereum just available, Bitcoin, I mean, it just continues to drop. What does that mean? Price will reflect for it to go higher when you don't have a lot of, availability when it comes to coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is going to be very bullish for what's to come. Backpost is ETH. Feels like we've seen this setup before and we know how that ended. So taking a look at 2020, we saw this U shape. In fact, you see this cup and handle playing out. We see this retracement back test, very similar to what we've seen so far. We see this U shape. We had this huge retracement. I mean, this is where BMNR started taking a huge pullback along with Ethereum. I mean, up to like close to 5,000, pulled back all the way to like 2,500. And now we're seeing it hold ground. Are we going to see a V shape towards the end of the year? I think we're going to see something very bullish, and that's going to be very favorable for, BitMine immersion. Ash Crypto also posts Tom Lee's BitMine just bought 63 million worth of ETH. Smart money is buying Ethereum. So the 5% alchemy, getting over 50% of that goal already. Tom Lee, he's been getting a lot of hate over the last several weeks, but I think just with things turning around, this is looking very favorable for what's to come. Han posted at one point, BMNR to $24 is done. At this point, I think I'll stop posting about BMNR. Work is done, and I've prepared people for this since $64. So he was right. We had Max Payne, BMNR getting down to $24. What are we seeing now? We're seeing a bounce back. I mean, getting very close to $40 soon. So what goes down very fast from like 70 to 24 within a matter of weeks will bounce back very quickly. Donald Dean posts, his overall forecast, near term price target $53. He's saying BMNR is moving higher and hit a low November 21st. I mean, a week later, we're seeing a big pushback. Potential local bottom is in. If we continue higher and form a symmetrical move higher, this would be $53 by December 19. Next target $53 at the 618 fib level. We progress even further. If ETH gets to like 4,000, $73, 5,000 ETH, $91, 6,000 ETH, $109 for BMNR. First off, let's look at technical analysis for Ethereum. Let's cover just price action. I mean, I got relative strength, MACD, we got smart money, and we got alpha trends, and just bullish momentum candles. So we got that red candle turning on. As of today, this is looking very bullish on the 4-hour candle. We're anticipating to see a ramp up. Couple that with buy signal. Smart money is accumulating, similar to what Tom Lee's doing. We're seeing MACD crossover, relative strength. I mean, last week we had oversold signals. This was definitely the time to buy low, when Ethereum was at the major capitulation moment. But now we're seeing reversal to the upside. As we just zoom in here, we had major capitulation going from, 5,000 all the way down to these levels. I think things are looking very favorable. We got the buy signal, and we may potentially see this V shape, for Ethereum. And what does that mean for BMNR? BMNR, extreme oversold signals got even to 22 on the RSI. Good news, we see reversal. It's climbing up. Relative strength. There's more buyers at these price buying low. And we see the crossing on the MACD. We're seeing green histograms. What are we seeing? Oversold signals. Smart money is beginning to load the boat. We see buy signals on the trend line. And just looking at the bullish indicator, we have a red signal that happened this week. Now we're seeing it climb back up. So what goes down very fast from, like high 60s, for the last several weeks from October to now, we're anticipating to see a nice V shape for BMNR. And I'm thinking as we head into December, January, we may very well get above 60, even to $70 levels. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe. Thanks, guys, for watching. All I see is W. Take care, guys.